Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Hey. Hello, Sadie. You know what good star is? Sun. Because it gets warm and it doesn't have a break. Yeah, thank you.
We have a photo with you.
Fucking love with you. Somebody got a camera?
Mum!
Where's Mum?
Can you have a photo, please?
Come round. I'll come round behind. Thank you.
Once upon a time, camp up at Spring Hill, where the waters in the creeks used to flow. Magunchin, the traditional Aboriginal name for this land. Beepo is the tribal people of what we call ourselves. Beepo is the country. Thank you very much, people.
Yeah, that's right. Documentary open up. Palmers, these are all hidden species.
No more coal! it's time to get with it. Coal, don't dig it. Leave it in the ground, it's time to get with it. Coal, don't dig it. Leave it in the ground, it's time to get with it. Coal, don't dig it. Leave it in the ground, it's time to get with it. Coal, don't dig it. Leave it in the ground, it's time to get with it.
No more coal, no more oil. Leave that carbon in the soil. No more coal, no more oil. Leave that carbon in the soil. No more coal, no more oil. Leave that carbon in the soil. No more coal, no more oil. Leave that carbon in the soil.
Hey, hey, ho, ho. Adani's mine has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Adani's mine has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Adani's mine has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Adani's mine has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Adani's mine has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Adani's mine has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Adani's mine has got to go.
But we will be voting to stop Adani. I just come from a meeting with Adani himself. And they're fighting over coal?
You hear that, Bill? You can't touch this. Get your hands off coal. Big shout out to Bring the Right Dance. Thank you so much. As Emma Goldman once said, if I can't dance, this is not my revolution. So we finally have the amazing Bob Brown. He's going to give us a live message outside of Adani's headquarters. Thank you so much, Bob.
Thank you, Zoe. Wow, what a fabulous crowd. Putting a lie to that idea I read in some of the Queensland press that we wouldn't be welcome north of the border. Well, you are north of the border. You are from Brisbane. You are from all over Queensland. That's who's here today. 4,000 of you coming down in a bigger display in Brisbane than I even saw during the Franklin campaign 37 years ago. On the move. This is people power, saying to our politicians and to this Adani company, we want to secure our planet. We want to make sure that those young leaders of today, all young people in Australia, can go into the future knowing that their economy, their employment, their environment is not being wrecked by the greed, or as the indigenous people of the Galilee Basin call it, the thievery of Adani in our time. Wrong way, go back, Mr. Morrison, our Prime Minister. Put down the coal and let's not do it to the Australian people. As far as we know, this is the only, under our feet now, little planet in the whole universe that gives us life, that gives us love, that gives us laughter, that gives us inspiration, that gives us creation, that gives us adventure, that gives us great symphonies, that gives us great rap music, that gives us, all of us, entertainment. I've got to keep my hand off the antenna. Well, as long as the antenna is working, for ScoMo and Bill Shorten and the other political leaders who need to know that this planet is at stake. Last year, 150,000 of our fellow warm-hearted human beings, children, women and men, died from global heating, largely due to coal, oil and gas. What have you got to say about that? This year, floods in Townsville, homes washed away, people died, worst fires in Tasmania, the Murray-Darling Basin, drought-stricken, millions of dead fish as predicted, fires around the planet, heat waves like the last one in Melbourne, which cost 300 Australian lives. Are you going to pay for that, Stop Adani? Ladies and gentlemen, this is the single biggest election gathering so far in this crucial 2019 election anywhere in Australia, because we register that there is a climate emergency, and we register that we have the God-given intelligence as human beings, not least in this wealthiest per capita country ever on the face of the planet, a long-term democracy, a place which has got security second to none in the world, that we have a responsibility not to be exporting death-dealing coal to the rest of the world when we should be exporting renewable energy so those villages can get their answer. I've read it in the Courier Mail that we're blow-ins. I've seen it from Senator Matt that we are bludgers and do-gooders. What a way to talk about your other Australians, your good-hearted, warm-hearted Australians, by Matt Canavan, talking about people who have a different point of view. So you suddenly, according to this vilified member of the ScoMo government, vilifying good-hearted Australians, not least Queenslanders, that you should be called bludgers and do-gooders. Well, we might be do-gooders, I'll go for that one, but bludgers we are not, because we are not bludging on the planet. We are here to save the planet. We are here to listen to the youngsters who turned out 150,000 of them just a few weeks ago, and there'll be more on May the 3rd when they say, you saved the little girl who gave me pictures of the coral reef, hand-drawn from her and the fellow kids, 6-year-olds, in her school in Sydney, and said to me in our rally in Sydney, Bob, will you save the Barrier Reef so it's there when I grow up? Now, Scott Morrison, Bill Shorten, Barnaby Joyce, Matt Kavanagh, what do you say to that little Australian girl when the reef is dying due to coal and other fossil fuels? What have you said what are you saying? You are turning your back on the young people in Australia, where there is more common sense about the future of our planet than there is in the cabinet room down in Canberra. The kids know it. Just on me, well, we're coming from the south, what would we know? I sit at the foot of a great Queensland politician. During the Franklin campaign, Joe Peterson came to Tasmania and said, "You've got to build that dam, you've got to flood that river." Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just returning the compliment by coming to Queensland and saying, "You're going to stop that mine. You're going to stop
Don't you worry about that.
in the run
Meet
of
the
this
chooks.
election." I just want to do a pop poll on that. Ladies and gentlemen, who here is going to vote for the Adani mine? It's a bit thin on. Ladies and gentlemen, who's going to vote for those sitting on the fence? No fence set. Ladies and gentlemen, who's going to vote to stop Adani? This is peaceful, this is lawful. We have a point of view, and I've got to get away from that antenna, but I love the fact that you are telegraphing to Canberra. We will be on May the 5th, outside Parliament House. Come on down if you can, to say in the loudest terms as people go to the ballot box for this election on May the 18th, for our children, for our planet, for traditional owners in Australia and their heritage, for our fellow creatures going to extinction at unprecedented rate on this planet, for common sense. On May the 18th, we're going to vote Stop Adani!